What did Amy Adams say when you first presented this to her?
She actually brought me the script, the book, and asked me if I would ever consider turning it into a script. So, truthfully, I got to write it with Amy Adams in mind the entire time. And she's such a great actress, but she's also a mom. And one of the first things we connected about was our kids and talking about being moms and how we balance our own work-life balance. And, right away it just felt like we both had we had special reasons internally why we wanted to make this movie.
Do you just love getting to be home with them all the time? Yeah, I do. I love it.
And you unleashed her.
I think it's fair to say she was unleashed, and it was a lot of fun.
You know, there are no participation trophies for being a mom. There are for kids. And the fact that she had 2 packs in this, I love the fact that she had a pack of dogs and a pack of mothers to go with her. That was
we all need a pack, you know? We all need a pack. We don't even realize how much we need other people who are going through the same experience as we are to help us through it.
I'm never going to be smart, happy, or thin ever again. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I'm turning into a dog.
You're so funny. And I couldn't get through parenting without the other women who I talk to on a daily basis about whatever trials I'm going through with my kids. But in the beginning, I didn't understand how important that was, you know?
Absolutely. And Norma was kind of a guide. And kind of knew what was going on and kind of clued her in.
Norma is one of my favorite characters in the movie and played by the beautiful and wonderful Jessica Harper. And I was very aware when I wrote the movie that I wanted there to be a woman who kind of held all the wisdom of the world, almost like a crone character who, without being overly showy about it, really had gone through what she had gone through and was sort of light on the other side of it all.
Motherhood, it changes you. It connects you to some primal urges.
Do you prefer to have a female audience see this film?
You know, I know that this has a very special place for women, and when I made this movie, I really was thinking about women and particularly mothers. But one of my favorite things has been men's reaction to this movie. I had a couple come up to me the other night after our screening in the Hamptons, and he said, you know, I didn't want to say anything in the Q&A, but I feel like this movie was made even more for men than for women. Gave me so much perspective on what my wife went through when we had our kids were young. And I love that. I hope that everyone can take something different from it. You don't have to have had kids in order to feel like this movie represents you either. I think a lot of people just say, oh, this made me think about my mom. They were both amazing, but they had different skills. Arleigh was really good at the pretend. Emmett was really good at the sort of, he understood the mechanics of the whole thing. He wanted to know how the camera works and the microphones. They were both amazing kids, really playful, really fun, not afraid of people, just like very well-adjusted, sweet kids who, they weren't actors, you know, they really came to us just as they were, and they were just delightful kids.
Talk about the kale scene.
Kale salad scene is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It was a very funny scene in the book. And when I thought about this character, a lot of what I thought about is how invisible she feels and how she feels like she speaks and no one in her life listens, and that a lot of women feel that way, particularly in this phase in life where we're just so-and-so's mother. We're just, I'm Wiley's mom. Hi, everyone knows me as that, you know. And a lot of times you don't even feel like you have your own identity anymore. And I think everyone can relate to sitting at a table with people you used to have something in common with, and suddenly you feel like they all have moved on and you're still sitting there and they all have interesting things to say and you have nothing to add to the conversation.
And you sit there alone.
Yeah.
With a room full of people.
Yeah.
Hold the walnuts.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
I could crush a walnut with my vagina.